All right, welcome back to the IEM qualifiers. Ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on a map that is often vetoed and not often seen, but this is... Thank you, Mana. That's pretty much exactly what I was going to say. At any rate, I'm Rifkin, joined by Penguin. Mana's done the introductions for us generically, so let's hop into this. Spawning in the lower left corner of Alterzeum Stronghold, it is the red player from Team Liquid, Liquid Snute.
And his opponent spawning across the map from him in the blue. Representing Alien Invasion, he is our Terran player, Regenge.
And a small thank you to someone in chat named BoloMaster7 for that compliment. You are a fine gentleman. Thank you for tuning into the channel. I hope you guys have been enjoying the broadcast so far. Don't forget, guys, if you ever have any feedback about Base Trade TV, audio issues, caster issues, never be shy. We're always looking for ways to improve. So don't be shy about voicing your opinions. I can't believe we've managed to sustain like 3,000 people through Shoutcraft America, but thank you guys. I know a lot of you are probably watching both at the same time, but thank you for sticking on the channel. It's been a long day, but it's been well worth it so far. We're not done yet. The winner of this goes on to play the winner of Kane versus TLO, and the winner of that competes with Mana for the second qualifier spot to see who goes on to play in Sao Paulo in, I believe, is that Brazil?
Yes, it is.
Hey, I guessed right.
Rifkin knows his stuff.
Knowledge guess hype. But okay, this map, again, a quick little overview for anyone who's never seen it before. First off, cross spawns, about the best way this can be played out TVZ. But there's, of course, a very safe natural base for people to take on this map. It's, well, about as safe as it gets, quite frankly. There's a lot of open space in there, too, to build extra buildings as a Terran player. Your third base is a pocket right outside your main. There's some bushes that do make it a little bit scary to hold on to, but there's two giant pathways that can easily be held with some good scouting information. These other bases, though, and I'm going to show on a Snute side of the map for emphasis, are a little problematic. This fourth base over here, for example, can be sieged up from the outside, and quite frankly, your mineral lines will just get decimated by siege tanks. Alternatively, over here, a little more exposed, but a much safer base towards the north of Snute might be his go-to, but curiously enough, he did go for that early hatchery at the third base location. Not going to take the safe base.
I actually kind of like this because it means the safe base that he has sort of in base is going to have minerals for longer.
That's actually a really good point. I always forget about that. Of course, when the late game comes, it's your exposed bases that are the most in peril. Now, this map, we saw a great Banshee usage earlier today of Joshi versus Tefl. The same thing kind of remains here with Mutalisks on this map. I don't think Snoot's, like, if he does go for Roaches, I would be honestly astonished because Mutalisks have such great airspace to work around with this map. Against a player like Regenge, who's going to go Bio for sure and not Mech, I think Mutalisks are the way to go, man.
I think mutas on this map are just so freaking good because it's just so big. Yeah. Like, this is the kind of map where double Spire Mass Mutalisk could actually just legitimately work.
Oh, Penguin, I need to take a small break while we wait for things to get rocking. The Reaper gets into the base, but Valen Kerr, subscribe to the channel. Shoutouts to Valen Kerr. Thank you for joining the Base Trade family, the Base Raiders and whatnot. Don't forget to ace Kate on your way out, and thank you for subscribing, man.
What a boss. That sounds like a well-rehearsed introduction.
I made it up on the spot, so okay, good. All right,
don't forget
Reapers.
To ace Kate on your way out. It's my favorite new thing.
All right, Reapers, we'll get to the main. There's two of them. This isn't one. This is going to be a problematic. Might lose a drone here. Does lose a drone here.
Well, one drone going down so far. The additional queens here not really helping out that much. One of them is kind of blocking the way out, though.
Yeah, it's just trying to catch the Reapers on the exit, but looks like one of the Reapers may go down. Does go down. Almost gets surrounded by the drones. Snute, not exactly panicking, but in a little bit of disarray dealing with this. Hasn't lost much, and the Reaper hasn't revealed much. It just revealed that very awkward quick third.
He lost 2 drones so far. 2 drones for a Reaper is kind of good for Snute. If he gets a second Reaper, definitely a nice little position for him to be in.
He's actually not going to finish that Reaper. What? Okay, well, it's healed up to full now. Queen could have finished it off, but I guess Snute perhaps thinking it happened. It's probably not going to go for drone kills, but will try and survive for more scouting information.
Well, we do have the Hellions on the way on out. Regenge did take the safer base, not too surprising. I would be very, very surprised if he went for the exposed base like Snute did. But Snute could very well take a super, super early third. I'm not sure why he didn't do that. I would have kind of expected him to go for like a 5-minute third with that.
It's like the mind games on this map. Reveal like it looks like a quick third. Double evolution chambers. It'll probably be Roaches. I mean, no.
Might be. I don't know. Double Evo could be
I take that
anything.
back.
I
thought
assume Lings.
I thought the layer had already been started. That's my bad. So double evolution layer usually means roaches. Not going to be the case here. Does go for the carapace. Perhaps a little undecided. May still go for the roaches. Not out of the question, but probably unlikely. Now taking his third is Snute. Meanwhile, back at home for Revenge. This is a lot of Hellions he's messed up, and he's gone with Banshees once again.
All right, so let's see exactly what can be done by this little Hellion force. 6 of them trucking across the map. Banshee going towards the... Well, actually, I'm not sure where exactly it's going. Kind of looks like it's going towards the in-base expansion, but that's not done yet, so... I also like this versus Terran. Actually, I really like this because it's not like the Hellions or the Banshee can really lay on the pressure and try to cancel the space.
Well, also the Spinecrawler's in such a good spot. These queens can defend around it quite nicely. I like this. Of course, there's the exposed bushes over here, but the creep sword will help make up that difference in a moment. Ling's gonna get a surround from the bush, surprised, but sent back with some flames.
Okay, so Snute is in a very comfortable spot here. I don't see him taking any damage from this. The third base should be completing momentarily. The Banshee, whereabouts did that go?
It's
okay,
going towards the main now.
it's coming into the main cloak. There is a spore there, and I'm not too surprised by this. Snute should be aware by now that Revenge really, really likes Banshees. So, warding that off pretty easily. He did get a drone killer too. Going for the third now, going to try to lay some hurt down on that, but shouldn't be able to do too much with the Queens coming in to support it. There's enough Lings at the front that the Queens aren't necessarily needed to hold up the Hellions.
Yeah, not to mention the Spinecrawler is really nice too. This creep spray gives him a ton of vision. A little surprised Revenge hasn't been able to clean this up, actually.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't really been trying all too hard.
I think
those creep tumors are like right next to the Hellions, but
yeah, I think he's been focusing with it. Oops, what is that doing there? Close that. My bad, guys. TLO 2 over Kane. Winner of this place against TLO. Thank you again, Mana, for being the ultimate observer slash admin step-in.
He's actually, like, so helpful.
The M in Mana stands for Manor, guys. Not a lot of people know this.
No,
Mana,
it stands for mod. Because he's doing the job of the mod.
The
admin.
Mana's like how you like lazily say manor, I guess, if you're speaking English. Like, he's got a lot of manas. Replacing the creep that's been cleaned up here. This is still a pretty scary push, though. I mean, this is 2 Banshees coupled with the Hellions. The Banelings are going to keep this at bay, but Snute runs around this with a lot of Lings, Penguin. That's a lot of Lings that just escaped the base.
They did. How much can they get done, though? It's very difficult to put pressure on your opponent. I don't really think they can do all that much, to be honest. But with Bane speed coming in, he may just go for, like, Mega Banes.
Oh, but the supply depot's just lowered.
Uh-oh.
The Marines are moving out, though, so maybe not much is going to get done. He saw that with, I believe he saw that with the Overlord, too, so might just be biding his time, waiting to pounce. Medivacs will get away from the Marines.
So cool. Oh, boy.
Oh, he's going to bust it.
Oh, boy.
He's going to bust on him while Revenge is across the map. Oh, no.
Meanwhile, Revenge has actually done a good job clearing up the creep that we criticized him for leaving out earlier, so I just want to give him props for that. But, oh, boy. Oh, boy,
This is
Rifkin.
so cool. This is so cool. All right, so the Baneling's going to take down supply depots like it's nothing. They might even go for the SCV lines if he wants to split 2 off. There's no bueno mines, though. Oh, this is not going to work for Snute at all. Oh, the mine hits are good.
God.
A cool tactic. Completely shut down by a couple of bueno mines.
He's still going to deny the third.
Yeah, and putting creep down, too, so he can't re-land it immediately. Hellion's going to come and defend this. This did not work out for Snute, but it was a cool tactic, and if those mines weren't there, this could have been deadly for Revenge, but well handled by our Terran player.
At the very least, he does get to delay this expansion for just a little bit longer.
Wombat99 has some cool emotes in chat, just saying. But
well,
yeah, there's it's a big stream of blue coming across the map is all we can really say for the moment. Revenge looking pretty strong, quite frankly. None of the Hellions from earlier died. Again, whether these kill the Zerglings or whether they soak hits from the Banelings, one way or another, these Marines are going to have some cover fire.
Lings coming back on in to take out another SCV at the third. This push at the front could do a lot, though. Supplies are even. Spire's only
That's a
about
lot of
halfway done.
Banelings. That's a lot of Banelings with speed.
2-2's done, too. Doubled medevac drop, loaded up to go towards the natural. While we have a little bit of a lull, you may want to welcome Wombat99 to the subscriber family.
Yeah, that's why I was talking about the
did?
emoticons a second ago. But yeah, Wombat99 to give him a proper introduction, I guess. Being an awesome badass.
Don't forget to ace skate on your way out. We have another little run by here for Snute. Gonna be caught here by Revenge's Hellions, though. Not gonna do all too much.
Revenge has got some great map presence for having no vision, I gotta say. Like, he is just predicting the pathing of Snute. He sees Lings leave and guesses where they're heading to. I love that he's cutting this off. Snute gonna get on top of some of the reinforcements from Revenge, actually responding to that immediately. It's so sick watching players do that, because oftentimes it's not until after they've heard that your units are under attack that you get that response
coming in, though, Rifkin. We actually have this drop doing quite a bit of work here. Gonna be able to pick up a queen at the very least by the looks of it. Down goes the queen. A couple of workers did go down too. Also pulling the army out of position. Oh, but a medevac goes down, and that is no longer worth it.
Meanwhile, picked up and dropped over here with a couple of Marines. Kennedy's Mutilis clean everything up. Gets another medevac. Quite nice. Still advancing
he
forward.
leaves the medevac alive. Oh, no, he's gonna chase. What? There we go.
Oh, shoot, he did. I just assumed it died. Widowmine hit goes off too on the Mutilis. Not sure if that was really worth it, but should be able to clean up this attack. A little bit vicious, a little bit scary, but the Banelings will keep this at bay. Running across the map, we'll have to start dropping Marines out if he's not careful. There's a lot of Marines here waiting for these Mutilis, though. Big hit goes off, and now the Zerglings can flood in because of this. The Banelings get some pretty good connection. They're going to chase Revenge off, but Snute cannot overextend. He's still got a drop at home to deal with.
Moving on in with that drop is Revenge. Gonna get the queen of the main base here, taking out some of the workers as well, lifting back on up as he goes for the in-base expansion. Some of the Mutilisks did just spawn and are there. The Mutilisks coming in from every angle. Poor medevac pilot.
Yeah, but this exposes the main entrance once again, and while he's not pushing in, he's clearing up creep, and quite frankly, Snute's got no creep spread on the map. 16 minutes in, you'd expect this to be halfway through.
Well...
This is
so far.
That was a lot of action.
Good job.
That's a lot of action that just kind of tapered out right there. One good Widowmine still here.
Oh, that's a good hit.
That is. It picks off a Mutilis, but also, of course, weakens the rest up. And let's not forget.
Mutilists do heal very, very quickly, so don't forget about that. They're almost all full health again.
Yeah, it's the tissue regen, man. It might as well be called combat drugs. Let's be honest. But snipes off another Widowmine for free. Maybe that's where they get the combat drugs from.
Very, very close too.
Do you think that's where they get the combat drugs from? They crush up like Mutalisk wings and make a potion out of it?
That sounds pretty viable.
All right, well, anyways, Mutalisk will try and clean up this drop. Going to take a couple losses thanks to the Marines, but the Banelings on the front lines will not falter. The Marines are going to have to retreat on top of the Widowmines. Can they get the hits? Beautiful Widowmine hits, but good Baneling explosions as well. Teflon and Revenge, or sorry, Revenge, I don't know, I keep saying Teflon. Snute and Revenge kind of equalize forces here on this part of the map. Meanwhile, Drop heading towards that fourth base. There are Spore Crawlers down. He will lose this medevac, but the Queens are not responding.
Well, he does manage to respond to the Zergling. The question is, does he have enough to hold on here at the natural? Looks
I think he does. That Baneling hit was good. We'll get the last couple of Widowmines here as well. The Mutalisk count has also not really dwindled, guys. It's still 21. He's burrowed. Oh, he's burrowed a couple of sneaky Banelings there, too. I like that for later. But Revenge has finally given up for the moment. He's put on a lot of pressure this game, but he needs a fourth.
I love this new style of play that Scarlet has sort of popularized, that Snute is going for, with just a mass Mutalisk supported by Ling Baneling. He's up to 25, going to be 32 in these 7 spawn.
But we got some Thors finally entering the map. One's not going to cut it. 2 might not even cut it, but they will start driving the Mutalisk back, zoning them out. They're big, clunky units. They're slow, but they pack a punch.
Revenge stimming his entire army there, essentially for nothing. That's
well, he doesn't know what
energy.
Yeah, he doesn't know where the engagement's going to come from, though. And looks like Snoot's just going to walk all the way around, go for the natural base. There's one turret, but that's going to go down like nobody's business. And if he pulls, if he pulls to respond, the Zerglings, they're trying to stay in that sensor tower range to make sure that Revenge knows he can't go back into the natural. Thor pops just in the nick of time, but doesn't get any good hits off. Meanwhile, there's no Banelings up here, just Zerglings, and that might alone be enough. There's no Marines up here. Here come the Banelings. Reinforcements don't stand a chance with the Banelings there.
No, not really. There's a couple of Widowmines that are reloading that haven't really been able to be killed yet, but I doubt they'll survive long enough to reload completely. A couple of Marines coming on in here to try to do something.
The Mutalists are looking overwhelming.
It looks like there's a medevac moving into the natural base or the in-base expansion here for Snute, but there's two Spore Crawlers there.
There's a handful of Marines. Turrets are trying to go down. That Thor, of course, positioned at the third. Revenge, I was talking about moments ago how he really needed a fourth. Now he can barely sustain his third. This is not a good situation to be in. Trading evenly with a Zerg player, not what he wants to do, but a drop did go off in the natural base. Still not a lot getting done. Snute's response time is just about as good as Revenge's. Doesn't miss a beat. Resources lost so far, looking pretty even, but we look at the units lost, and it's definitely been a little bit one-sided. 224 Lings dead. Ugh.
It's a lot of Zergling corpses littering the map. Anyway, here comes... Oh, never mind. Revenge is moving across the map. Look like the Mutas are going to try to snipe off a couple of medevacs. They're not going to happen, though. Revenge with this Thor can do pretty well against the Mutas, but players are getting so good at just spreading their Mutas properly. 46 Mutas. It's
insane how many Mutas are currently out. If you had more Thors...
Whoa!
It's not a threat, but...
No, I was about to, like, Snute looks in a really good spot, but he has no upgrades on those Mutas, guys. You should be 2-2 by now. Or at least 2-1. He has no upgrades.
3-3...
That's really bad, actually.
Well, it only makes it bad if he engages the army. If he constantly keeps the army back at home by constantly harassing, I mean, you really don't... There's no building armor. He doesn't need the... He's going to one-shot everything on the ground. Turrets aren't going to be an issue. It's only if he takes a straight-on fight with the army, which he should not be doing in the first place. Nice medevac snipe, though. Gotta say.
Yeah, it does lose a Muta for that, but that's the thing, like, stuff like that, little things like that are definitely going to cost him.
Speaking of little things, this run by towards the natural, or with this third base.
He's going to be able to do quite a good damage.
They're getting one of the barracks. Wow. Bailey's going to roll on in too.
Really, oh god, the Muta's coming in towards the fourth. He should. Okay, no, they're going for the main.
Oh, heart attack on all these SCVs.
Oh, no, the fourth.
Okay, just have to kill it. Snute is going up for Hive Tech behind this. What's kind of cute is we see a lot of Marines, we see a lot of Thors, a lot of Widowmines, but guess what? None of these units are particularly great against Ultralisks. Well, I guess the Thor technically is if it's upgraded, there's a lot of them, but if Snute makes a transition into 3-3 Ultras after these Mutas die, there's no Marauders, there's no kiting, there's not going to be the production. He might just run rampant over Revenge.
Adrenal Glands 3-3 coming on in. I don't think the Ultra Den is going to come down right away. Okay, it does. You know, actually, Ultra with Muta is actually really, really strong.
It is.
They complement each other really, really well.
Oh, these Widowmine hits, though. Snute does have to be careful. Taking quite a bit of damage. They're still clumping up. There's 3 Widowmines remaining, but they unburrowed for some unknown reason.
Yeah, Snoot's able to come on in here with all these Mutas. They may not be upgraded, but there's still tons of them.
He lost 1 through all of that.
He has lost 7 over a recent course of the game. He was up to 46, down to 39, but he's going back up to 46 now.
He's actually
finally upgrading the Mutas.
He's actually lost 16 over the course of the game.
I meant like over the course of the last, since we checked.
Oh, okay. Anyways, the Ultras Cavern on the way 3-3 as well as Adrenal Glands. The flood of melee under this. I'm really scared for Revenge. I really don't think he's prepared for a tech swap. He's getting ready to fight Snute head on, but Snute's army that is currently available isn't his endgame plan. This is his plan to fight the mid game, to keep Revenge constantly at bay, and again, this fourth base is going to go down. There's just no way this stands with this few turrets.
Oh, did you catch that beautiful road baneling hit in the middle of the map?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at the...
About like 15 dudes.
Just watching the Mutas just run rampant over the fourth base again. It gets killed, not even canceled. Marines now pushing into the front base of Liquid Snute.
There's a lot of stuff here, actually.
There is so much. He actually needs to bring the Mutas
he
back.
He has 32 workers. That's a lot of army supply ripped in.
That is,
but
and
he
the
has
Mutas
damage now.
Well, the Mutas are across the map. They're not here to defend. There's not enough Bailiffs. There's not enough Zerglings. Revenge might actually just win a straight-up trade. Meanwhile, the Mutas are going to cut off any form of reinforcements. These naked Mutas still 0-1. Doing what they can to stop Revenge from replenishing, but that doesn't matter because Revenge is just going to storm the front.
And you mentioned that Snute does not have the capability to fight with his Mutas, and that is exactly the problem here. He cannot take an engagement with Ling Muta because his Mutas are not upgraded enough. They have to be better, upgraded for him to fight this. He's relying on a straight-up base trade here to try to win this game.
The 3-3's not going to finish. The Ultraless Cavern goes down. Snute might have a ton of bases, but in a heartbeat of a push. Snute may have just lost this game. He's going for a base trade. He's trying to kill these buildings as quick as he can, but Revenge just needs to get like an SCV out, I think, and he's good. I mean, there's 4K in the bank for Snute, but what can he do with it? He doesn't have any production. Bailey's trying to roll into the Marines. The hits are good, but there's so much.
The problem is that Revenge needs to lift one of these orbitals now. He needs to lift it and get it out of there. He will not have the money to make another orbital command. He will not have the money to make another CC, and he will not have the money to sustain himself in this space race.
I don't even know if any SCVs have made it out alive to build like a reactor or a supply deal, but there's a couple mining at this third base still, but Penguin, this is a bit of an awkward. Snute can run. He needs to run. He needs to play cheeky bugger and put hatcheries down everywhere because right now...
Snute's gonna win this.
I don't know.
There's nothing out on the map to build anything. He's lost the rest of his SCVs except for one trying to run from the main. He's lost the orbital commands. He's going to be revealed any second. He does not have the money.
He's pulling back. He's going to try and fight this. Oh, just go kill the buildings.
As soon as he gets the message that his opponent is revealed, he is going to go for it and just kill the buildings.
It's really his best chance in this scenario. Snute was up one in the series, those guys. Let's not forget, This isn't, even if Snute loses this, he's got another game to come back on. I don't think Regenge is going to want to play another one against a vicious player like this, but it looks like Hatchery going to come down for Snute. Where is that drone? Oh, he got so many out. Snute has absolutely got this in the bag. Oh no, a supply depot! A supply depot on the left side of the map!
It doesn't matter. He's gonna lose it because he doesn't have enough to build an orbital. He needs a CC because he needs to be able to find the burrowed drones, and he doesn't have anything to scan now. He has no detection.
Well, Snoot's actually taking one base everywhere. He can't split up. If he has to basically sit around the supply depot for the rest of the game. So I think you're right. Like, Regenge has just lost this game, guys. Yeah.
So unfortunate. Regenge, if he had floated one of the CCs over his army, he should have won this game.
This was
but
so
he decided
close.
To leave them at home, and yeah, the decision cost him the game.
Well, you know what? Base trade hype on Base Trade TV, guys. Unfortunately, Regenge looks like he'll be going out, so there will be a ZBZ follow-up. Oh, those banelings. Oh, those banelings. If he could bait Regenge on top of them, oh my god.
Oh my god, this is such close.
He's still dropping. I mean, Regenge hasn't given up, guys, which is what's really cool, but there's just no way. There's just simply no way. If this was a barracks
scenario, Snute cannot kill this depot, and then he just waits like 30 minutes while he builds up his economy and gets an army that can kill his opponents.
He could honestly suicide into this depot, let's be honest. The Mutos just need to spread out a little bit.
I wouldn't do it if I was him.
No, don't.
There's a small chance that he would lose them all.
Yeah.
But
I think he's just going to try and bait into the banelings. I think he's going to clump up so it looks like he's got a good shot, but...
well, he's going to try to find a hole, and
so many Widow Mines.
Well, he should not be able to find a hole, but he's mining, and Regenge isn't, and he has a massive bank. He could just go straight back up to Hive. It'll take a few minutes.
There's so many banelings. Oh, come on, Snute!
Snute!
No, what do you... Oh, he catches the tail end. It could have been better. Wasn't that great. Still not bad.
He leaves one of the Banes alive. It'll tickle them. Oh, God!
A heart attack moment. Of course, Regenge, who's relying on every single bit of supply. Snute now making a spawning pool. Restarting this game for him. There is the SCV going to try and put on a refinery, maybe? I don't know. This is weird. Mutos are going to find an opening, though. The Widow Mines are so numerous. Good hit goes off. A second one may go up. He's got to be so careful. Unless he splits these Mutos, he's not going to kill that depot. But of course, once he gets his, like, it's a long time coming, but once he rebuilds, Snute can just build anything and start throwing away again. He's got a pretty big bank behind this.
Yeah, the game is actually just completely over, guys.
So while we take this out, I didn't give him a proper shout out because, of course, we had to focus on the game at time. But Wombat99, welcome to Base Trade TV, man. Glad to have you here. You guys, I'll be sending out a new replay pack in the next couple weeks. If you want any of the replays that we've already released, just send me a PM on Twitch so I can go hunt them down for you. But what a fantastic game here in Ultraseam Stronghold. I don't even know what to say about it other than that. This was Ultraseam Stronghold is what this boils down to. Overlord's going to soak those Widow Mine hits. Great control out of Regenge, though, unburrowing, but the banelings come on in. That depot still stands.
Sick. This is done. Enough damage has been dealt by the Widow Mines onto the Marines. He's going to lose the rest of the last building. Bye-bye, Regenge.
Oh, man.
Sad.
All right, well, the winner of this goes on to fight TLO, guys, who did take it 2-0 over Kane. So that should be ready to go here in just a moment. We're going to squeeze in some ads while we get that series up and running. So don't go anywhere. TLO versus Snute, a ZVZ, and the winner of that plays versus Mana. So only 3 players remain. Who will make it to Sao Paulo, Brazil? You'll have to stay tuned to find out.